coming up. Back to throw, Pickett. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, Charles, we take a look here at the draft class for this offense. Overall, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know the fans don't want to hear it, but it always takes 2, 3, 4 years until we know whether a draft class has truly panned out or not. And when you take a quarterback in the first round, everybody wants him on the field right away. But the best thing is if you can play the long game with him, give him a chance to get seasoned before he has to play.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he... line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Pickett.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Harris going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Again, it's Harris pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss. Brings up 4th.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and... And the Patriots get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Harris running straight ahead. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing, Jones. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
Now you can go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 37. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And they've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
All the time I'm manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. In motion goes the tight end. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd and 10, Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Myers.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From just shy of midfield, Jones.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw on third down, Jones. He's going to let one go deep for Parker.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down.
Here's Austin. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So at halftime, it's...
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Pickett on second down. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
This third down just got even more difficult. Third down at 15 after the false start.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down forcing the... Fourth down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jones.
And this one too low. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards. Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jones toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 36 yards on the play.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It already looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones got his man complete over the middle. That's Parker.
And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a 2-minute box there.
He just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Patriots go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Pickett. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things. And they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
Matt Judon there to bring him down.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Now Pickett. And And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an up. There, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here's Pickett.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Results in the fourth down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Patriots to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the give, this is Harris. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do? Say, roads closed.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pickett back to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, need to touch the ball.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
He made his first attempt, this from 45. Boswell's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3 to a starting field position like that. 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved though if they recoup with that score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Pickett will try to throw for this.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
New England's offense set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Takes it to about the 37.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Going deep here for Parker. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where did this one go out? Now they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do you have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Open man is Myers. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays and send receivers into the middle of the field.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Alex Highsmith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Folks' kick is good,
and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pickett now on 1st down.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson.
So the completion results. Yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Pickett.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown, and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 18.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Pickett.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Pickett to throw.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but
back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
this offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Now Pickett.
And that is incomplete.
last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
In motion right, here comes Johnson. Pickett, fourth down, desperation time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Patriots are going to get the football here at their own.
At the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They run once more with Stevenson.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Throwing Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Myers, 61 yards.
And the Patriots have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there